Welcome back to B&B Spoilers channel. Today we will delve into the intricate dynamics of the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families, exploring the complex web of relationships and rivalries that drive the drama in Los Angeles. Let's begin with a deep dive into the potential ramifications of escalating familial disputes. The tension between Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester, fueled by their daughter's ongoing feud, has reached a critical juncture. It's not merely a disagreement about business tactics or personal choices, it's a clash of deeply ingrained family loyalties. Brooke, a fiercely protective mother, finds herself torn between her love for Ridge and her unwavering support for Hope. This internal conflict is further complicated by Ridge's tendency to place blame squarely on Hope's shoulders, conveniently overlooking Carter Walton's significant role in the Forrester creation's takeover. This selective perception of events is a recurring theme in their relationship, often leading to misunderstandings and resentment. Imagine a high-stakes chess game where each player sees only their own pieces and disregards the opponent's strategic moves. This is the essence of Brooke and Ridge's current predicament. What if, instead of engaging in reciprocal accusations, they attempted to understand the underlying motivations driving their daughter's actions? Perhaps a neutral mediator, someone outside the immediate family circle, could facilitate a constructive dialogue and help bridge the widening gap between them. This could be a therapist, a trusted friend, or even a respected figure within the fashion industry. The introduction of an objective perspective could provide much-needed clarity and prevent further escalation. Now, let's rewind to the immediate aftermath of the explosive confrontation. The scene at the Forrester mansion, with Brooke, Ridge, and a stunned Eric Forrester, paints a vivid picture of the emotional fallout. The air was thick with tension, the silence punctuated only by Ridge's accusatory remarks. Eric, a seasoned observer of family dynamics, absorbed the scene with a mixture of dismay and resignation. He has witnessed countless squabbles and reconciliations within his family, but this particular conflict carries a different weight. The stakes are higher, the divisions deeper. Consider the physical space of the Forrester mansion itself. Its grand architecture and opulent furnishings serve as a constant reminder of the family's legacy and the pressures that come with it. The weight of tradition, the expectations of maintaining a certain image, all contribute to the emotional burden carried by each family member. Imagine the scene: Brooke standing near a large window, gazing out at the city lights, her mind racing with conflicting emotions. Ridge pacing restlessly across the room, his frustration palpable. Eric sitting quietly in an armchair, his gaze fixed on some distant point, lost in thought. The setting itself amplifies the drama, creating a sense of confinement and inescapable tension. Finally, let's shift our focus to the unexpected dynamic unfolding between Remy Price and Electra Forrester. Remy's deep affection for Electra is met with a starkly different perspective from her. She sees him as a cherished friend from her past, someone she trusts implicitly. This disparity in their feelings creates a delicate and potentially volatile situation. Electra's innocent declaration of friendship triggers a strong reaction from Remy, revealing the depth of his unrequited love. This scenario raises a crucial question: how does one navigate the complexities of unrequited love without jeopardizing a valuable friendship? Remy's emotional outburst is a testament to the pain and frustration of loving someone who doesn't reciprocate those feelings. It's a universal experience, depicted in countless works of literature and art. Imagine Remy walking through a bustling city street, surrounded by couples holding hands and laughing, while he feels utterly alone. This image captures the essence of his emotional state, a sense of isolation and yearning. Perhaps Remy needs to find a healthy outlet for his emotions, whether it be through creative expression, physical activity, or talking to a trusted confidant. He needs to acknowledge his feelings without letting them consume him or damage his friendship with Electra. The arrival of Will Spencer, Electra's boyfriend, adds another layer of complexity to this already intricate situation. Will Remy now retreat? Or will he be emboldened to fight for Electra's affections? Only time will tell how this emotional triangle will resolve itself. Deconstructed, where we dissect the intricate relationships and simmering tensions that define the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer dynasties. Today, we'll explore the undercurrents of ambition, betrayal, and familial loyalty that drive the latest developments in this captivating saga. Let's begin our analysis at Il Giardino, a frequent backdrop for clandestine meetings and revealing conversations. Here, we find Deacon Sharp and Remy Price engaged in what appears to be a casual exchange. However, beneath the surface of pleasantries lies a subtle undercurrent of curiosity and veiled intentions. Deacon, ever the proud father, speaks of Hope Logan with a mixture of admiration and concern, acknowledging the recent stresses in her life. This prompts Remy to delve into Hope's family connections, inquiring about Aunt Katie and her relationship to Will Spencer. Deacon, with a touch of wry amusement, questions Remy's apparent interest in mapping out Hope's family tree. This seemingly innocuous exchange reveals several key dynamics. First, it highlights Deacon's unwavering protectiveness towards Hope. He is acutely aware of the challenges she faces, and wary of anyone who might cause her further distress. Second, it establishes Remy's growing fascination with Hope, which extends beyond mere professional interest. His desire to understand her family history suggests a deeper emotional connection, one that could potentially lead to complications down the line. Consider the setting of Il Giardino itself. The elegant ambience, the soft lighting, and the background murmur of conversations create an atmosphere of intimacy and intrigue. It's a place where secrets are whispered and alliances are forged. Imagine the scene: Deacon leaning against the bar, his eyes narrowed slightly as he observes Remy, who is casually sipping his drink, his gaze fixed on some distant point. The setting itself amplifies the subtle tension between the two men, hinting at unspoken motives and hidden agendas. What if Remy's interest in Hope is not entirely romantic? Could he be seeking to exploit her connections for his own gain? Or is he genuinely drawn to her strength and resilience? These questions remain unanswered, adding another layer of complexity to this developing subplot. Moving from the relaxed atmosphere of Il Giardino to the more tense environment of the Forrester Creations salon, we find Zend Forrester, Will Spencer, and Electra Forrester entangled in a discussion about the company's internal turmoil. Zend, with a visible air of unease, informs Will and Electra about Justin Barber's continued presence, a clear indication that the power struggle within Forrester Creations is far from over. Will explains Justin's history as his father's lawyer, hinting at the potential legal ramifications of the current situation. Zend then offers Electra some reassurance, suggesting that the ongoing conflict is unlikely to affect her personally, particularly regarding the success of the jewelry line. However, he also candidly admits the emotional impact of Hope for the future's cancellation, revealing the personal stakes involved in the corporate drama. Electra, observing the tension between Hope and Steffi, expresses confusion about their seemingly conflicting goals. Shouldn't two strong and inspiring women be working towards the same objectives? This innocent question highlights the inherent contradictions within the fashion industry, where competition and collaboration often intertwine. Imagine the salon, a space designed for creativity and collaboration, now filled with a palpable sense of unease. The mannequins stand silently, as if witnessing the unfolding drama, while the designer's sketches and fabric swatches serve as a stark reminder of the creative endeavors now overshadowed by corporate conflict. What if the conflict between Hope and Steffi isn't solely about business? Could personal rivalries and unresolved emotional issues be fueling their professional antagonism? This possibility adds a deeper psychological dimension to their ongoing feud. Finally, we arrive at the heart of the conflict. The confrontation between Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, and Carter Walton at Forrester Creations. The atmosphere is charged with anger and resentment as Ridge confronts Carter, accusing him of stealing the company for Hope. He directs his fury at Hope, blaming her for Carter's actions and predicting that he will ultimately come to resent her. Ridge's outburst reveals the depth of his bitterness and his unwavering loyalty to his family's legacy. He sees Hope as a threat to that legacy, a usurper who has manipulated Carter for her own gain. Brooke, ever the staunch defender of her daughter, stands her ground, insisting that Hope is not to blame. This clash of loyalties creates a deep rift between Brooke and Ridge, further straining their already fragile relationship. Consider the power dynamics at play in this scene. Ridge, the patriarch of the Forrester family, feels his authority challenged by Hope's actions. Carter, caught in the middle, struggles to maintain his professional integrity while navigating the complex web of family relationships. Brooke, torn between her love for Ridge and her unwavering support for Hope, finds herself in a precarious position. Imagine the scene, Ridge standing defiantly, his voice booming across the office, while Brooke stands beside Hope, her expression resolute. Carter, his face etched with a mixture of guilt and defiance, avoids eye contact. The setting itself, the imposing office of Forrester Creations, amplifies the sense of power and control at stake. What if Ridge's accusations are unfounded? Could he be misinterpreting the situation, blinded by his own biases and prejudices? This possibility raises questions about the nature of truth and perception, suggesting that the reality of the situation may be more complex than it initially appears. Let's begin our exploration at Il Giardino, a recurring setting for both casual encounters and significant revelations. Here, we find Deacon Sharp and Remy Price engaged in a conversation that hints at deeper undercurrents. Deacon, ever observant, questions Remy's seemingly intense interest in the Logan family. Remy, initially evasive, eventually admits that he has a friend from his hometown who recently began working at Forrester Creations. He confirms that this friend is the same woman who was seen with Will Spencer, acknowledging that she holds a special place in his heart. He explains that he is simply trying to understand the dynamics of her new social circle. Deacon then directly asks if this interest is the reason for Remy's extended stay in Los Angeles. Remy playfully deflects the question, attributing his presence to his newfound appreciation for the local pizza. However, the underlying implication remains: his connection to this woman is a significant factor in his decision to remain in the city. Consider the ambience of Il Giardino. The warm lighting, the soft music, and the aroma of Italian cuisine create an atmosphere of intimacy and casual conversation. Yet, beneath this surface, there is a sense of unspoken tension, a feeling that more is being communicated than is explicitly stated. Imagine the scene: Deacon leaning against the bar, his eyes narrowed slightly as he observes Remy, who is casually sipping his drink, his gaze fixed on some distant point. The setting itself amplifies the subtle tension between the two men, hinting at unspoken motives and hidden agendas. What if Remy's interest in this woman extends beyond mere friendship? Could he be harboring romantic feelings? Or does he have ulterior motives for wanting to understand her connections within the Forrester and Logan families? These questions remain unanswered, adding another layer of intrigue to this developing subplot. Transitioning from the relaxed setting of Il Giardino to the tense atmosphere of the Forrester Creations main office, we witness a heated confrontation between Steffi Forrester, Carter Walton, and Hope Logan. Steffi, visibly furious, confronts Carter and Hope about their recent actions, accusing them of staging a coup against her family. Carter defends their actions, arguing that they are simply doing what is best for the company's future. Steffi vehemently rejects this justification, stating that there is no possibility of moving forward from such a blatant act of betrayal. She expresses disbelief that Carter could make such a damaging decision, while Hope counters by arguing that her family's ideas were consistently dismissed. Steffi retorts that Hope herself planted those ideas in Carter's mind, manipulating him for her own gain. Carter attempts to silence Steffi, but she persists, declaring that they will not accept this outcome. She asserts her authority, reminding Hope that she was fired and has no place in the building. Carter then asserts his own newfound authority, stating that he is now the one making decisions. The atmosphere in the main office is charged with anger, resentment, and a sense of deep betrayal. The once harmonious workplace has become a battleground, with alliances shattered and relationships irrevocably damaged. Imagine the scene: Steffi standing defiantly, her voice ringing out across the office, while Carter and Hope stand together, their expressions a mixture of defiance and defensiveness. The setting itself, the very heart of Forrester Creations, serves as a stark reminder of what is at stake: the legacy of the Forrester family and the future of the company. What if Steffi's anger is not solely motivated by business concerns? Could personal rivalries and unresolved emotional issues be contributing to her intense reaction? This possibility adds a deeper layer of complexity to the conflict. Finally, let us turn our attention to the corridor outside the Forrester Creations offices, where Justin Barber provides a crucial legal overview of the situation. He explains that the LLC, Limited Liability Company, takes precedence over all other considerations, effectively placing Carter in control of the company. Ridge confronts Carter, accusing him of being a pawn in Hope's game, while simultaneously being played himself. He predicts that Carter will ultimately lose everything, including his integrity, honor, friendship, and place within the Forrester family and company. Ridge's accusations are laced with personal betrayal, highlighting the deep emotional impact of Carter's actions. He questions Carter's motivations, suggesting that he was manipulated by Hope's sob story and desire to feel like a hero. Hope then declares her love for Carter, but Ridge dismisses her sentiment, suggesting that she is blind to the consequences of her actions. He warns Carter that he had an opportunity to rectify the situation, but now it is game over. Ridge then abruptly leaves, taking Brooke with him. The scene in the corridor is tense and emotionally charged, with Ridge's words carrying the weight of years of friendship and trust now shattered. The setting itself, a transitional space between the offices, underscores the precariousness of Carter's position. He is caught between his loyalty to Hope and the consequences of his actions, facing the wrath of the powerful Forrester family. Imagine the scene: Ridge standing tall and imposing, his voice filled with anger and disappointment, while Carter stands before him, his expression a mixture of guilt and defiance. Justin observes the interaction, his face impassive, a reminder of the legal complexities underlying the personal drama. What if Ridge's assessment of the situation is accurate? Could Carter truly be a pawn in a larger game, unaware of the long-term consequences of his actions? This possibility raises questions about manipulation, ambition, and the price of loyalty.